Kubi started a GoFundMe for us last night.
Right.
And they raised $405.
Come on, really?
Yes.
You got something to fix.
That's okay. That's okay.
Well, you guys are being very gracious to me. I mean, it's great.
Thank you a lot. That's really...
Thanks so much. Thank you so much. Thank everybody who gave.
Yeah, that's really tremendous. We started to have storms. Wind started to get high. The lights went out. And we called the electric company, and they said they were going to come. The restoration time was 9 p.m. tonight. Then, sometime this morning when we called, real early, like 5, 6 a.m., they said the restoration time was 12:50 this afternoon. Then, closer to 12:50, they said there was no restoration time anymore. 66,000 people were without electricity, and we were one of 17,000 that hadn't been restored. So they said they had no restoration time. So I spoke to somebody because I didn't know what to do because the turtle tank had no heater, the filter wasn't working. We had to move the turtle in like a clear tucker tote thing by the fireplace. It's crazy. And then we've lost electricity up here for 4 or 5 days. High 61. Everything, and we don't have the generator running. So Jimmy's like, okay, we sent the kids to school. And he said, well, when the kids get home from school, if we still don't have electricity, well, I'll help, they'll help me get the generator running. So it's absolutely freezing that we had to keep the fire going. But even with the fire going, it was cold. Anyway, so we have the turtle. We have this. I'm trying to ask this lady from the electric company, well, what do you think? Do you know what's wrong? Do you know how far, do we have to go somewhere? What are we going to do? Because we're like losing everything. And of course, stupid me, goes out and buys like all this meat and everything right prior to this. And then, oh my gosh. So Jimmy's like, okay, then I have the ice cream from Michael's Ice Cream Cake and all this stuff. And I'm touching this. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be gone. So we found out that Jimmy went down when he picked the kids up from the bus stop to go down to the post office. He saw the electric trucks working. He said, then what's the deal? What's going on? They said they didn't know what was going on. This is great. That they're from Buffalo, and they're trying to see where there's a problem. So far, they haven't found the problem. So they don't know if there isn't any problem anymore, and they'll have to slowly turn the electricity back on, some big song and dance, but they couldn't tell Jimmy either. They said it could be on in an hour, it could be out for another day, is basically what they told him. So now I'm starting to get really antsy, and so Jimmy says, okay, we're going to go get the generator. So the kids bring the generator around and with Jimmy, and they get it all ready to go. But then they're supposed to be playing basketball down right in our town at the town park. So, I said to Jimmy, you can't leave them if these parents aren't watching. The parents were supposed to be watching, but Jimmy went down there, and the parents were like, oh, well, we live down here, so we just look out our back door. But Jimmy's like, no, sorry, that's not going to fly. So then Jimmy, I told him, stay down there, don't leave the kids alone. So he's been down there. Then as he's down there, about 20 minutes ago, the lights came back on. But now, I don't know if there's something wrong with the turtle tank, and we can't find out until Jimmy gets here, because when I went there, I figured, okay, because the turtle water got cold. So I immediately went and I started, before the hot water heater, would get ready, I was just boiling some water on the stove just to get some warm water in the tank. The turtle's still out of the tank. But when I went to the tank, I'm like, why isn't the filter working? Why can't I turn the heat lamp on? So then Jimmy calls me and I said, what's up with the turtle tank? And he says, oh, I don't know. I found some water there on the floor. Because then I see a towel like soaked in water. What? Soaked in water behind the tank, kind of. He says, I unplugged everything. So I don't know whether we have like an additional problem with that. So meanwhile, I couldn't get the turtle back in the tank with the lamps on. So he's in front of the fireplace, but the heat's on. So I think he's warm, he's active, he's got toys in there he's playing with. But it's just a lot of stress on this little guy. It's a lot of stress on everybody. And now they still haven't gotten back. And obviously everything is still cold and we're still like, it's just crazy. It didn't even seem, I'm sorry. Half of the problem with this electric company is their maintenance. And I'm sorry, they don't do it. They do not do it. They do not trim the branches that we have overhead lines. So if those of you that have buried lines, maybe you're not familiar with this, but you have overhead lines here, and they hardly ever come and trim branches. One time I had a tree that fell on it was on the wires. I called them up and they're like, yeah, well, we'll get there next week, maybe the week after. It's crazy, okay? So, and half of that problem is that anytime we get winds, we know we're going to lose power because they don't maintain the lines. They don't clear the branches within the lines. And so any wind, branch falls, it takes the lines down. We've had the fires in the transformers. It's crazy. And then they take so long. Like I said, sometimes 4 days, 5 days we've been without electricity, which just means we're without heat, we're without running water, all of that. It's nuts. But not even to give us a restoration time, that was really crazy. Meanwhile, then my doctor's calling, his office is calling. She's saying that, oh my gosh, yeah, something happened with the CBC tube. They couldn't do anything with it. Maybe it clotted too fast. If they had to draw your blood, if they had to have 2 people in there to draw your blood, there probably was an issue. So I have to have all of that done again. Now I've got a call on that. They sent the script into my private hospital though, so I can go to my private hospital so I don't have to go almost an hour just to get my blood drawn again. So I'll call on that tomorrow, and then I have an endocrinologist. They wanted me to go see the endocrinologist. So I have an appointment with her on St. Patrick's Day, which is great. And then I have a sonogram to find out about the cyst in my breast on the 21st of March. So this is like, which is going to be just crazy. I just hope everything is okay. And of course I got Ray's birthday on the 19th, and I was trying to do some kind of slideshow for him. Of course, that's I'm another day behind now because of no internet and everything. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to bring people down, but I just feel like, I don't know. People say, 2022 has just been since, the end of 2021 wasn't great with the COVID, but I don't know. Since January, I just feel like I've been fighting like a losing battle. Like I cannot get out of, I'm just trying to crawl out of this hole, and every time I'm trying to get out, trying to get something done, there's always something sideline me. It's nuts. And I don't know if it's like they said the second year of your grief is worse. I don't know whether that's behind it all, why it seems like horrendous, but I know that it seems horrendous because of a lot of things that just are either.
Bees are getting after him. I said, look, I'll show you. If you don't bother him, he won't bother you. And I was walking over by him like I'm king of the freaking world, and they got after me. And so because he had stirred him up. And so maybe he would tell us the truth now, whether he did or not, but that's when I tore my shoulder, my left.
But I remember you clearly saying...
I didn't say, I know what you're talking about, so you can't.
Okay.
I told you what happened.
All right, I remember. It's a different story.
Remember too.
Okay, I know that.
I don't know how the words got twisted between my mouth and your ears.
Okay. All I know is that right after that is when he said, oh, I messed up my shoulder really bad, and then he needed surgery on that one.
How come it was still there when we finally got it out of there?
No, because it was just, can I just say my piece? If I was in court of law, you'd have to let me talk.
Right.
Okay.
But they will tell you, get that thing off your face.
Stop it, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Um,
Piece of bread on your face.
I don't have bread on my face. Stop it, Jimmy. I didn't eat bread today. Okay, so I had the when I went out there, the deck box was like open. It was like hanging open, and it was right at the top of the stairs. And we might have even been like touched down on the top stair. And you said, "Oh, I really hurt myself." That you were carrying the thing. You said, and then they started coming. But this is why I'm in the court. I'm in the court of law. You can't do this. Okay. So then you said that I was carrying this thing, and they came at me, and I just dropped it and ran. And when I dropped it, you said you slipped or something, and you fell on your shoulder. That's what I remember, Your Honor.
So you ever heard the story about me going to Luke Eaton?
Well, that wasn't. Yeah, but the important part was when you fell with the deck box. Because I thought that's what you said was the whole shoulder problem.
No, not at all.
Because I could swear you then said to me, "Oh, I really messed my shoulder up with the dang wasp in that deck box in the fall."
Yeah, but if I said that, it had nothing to do with that day. 'Cause one thing happened. The way it happened was the way I just told you.
Well, no, I kind of remember that. That's how I remember. You're
I
kind
remember. Hopefully, you because that's never happened.
No, so you can't just say that. That's not a fact.
You're not saying facts. That's another story.
Stop.
Forget about it. It never happened. I told you this way it happened. He can remember. I guarantee.
We should ask Ethan, but he should be able to take the stand without anybody interrupting him or feeding or leading him. No leading. Hi, Jenny D1. Hello, Granny's watching. I believe Carolyn. She brings the facts.
Don't this time.
I just remember you because I was thinking like, oh my gosh, how unlucky could that be? That it's a stupid wasp that caused you to have shoulder surgery.
That's what it's called.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're right on that. We agree on that. All right, we agree on that. See, we came together on that part. The wasp made you have shoulder surgery.
That's true.
All right. I think we should probably end there.
Good.
What? Jimmy's in reform. I don't know how much. Jimmy, that sounds like a lot of water in the turtle tank.
Usually it is.
Okay, but it's okay.
It's a 55-gallon tank.
Time for closing arguments.
One gallon.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait. I would love to hear Ethan's version of this. Let me see if I could get let me see if I can get Ethan to come down and see if he remembers this. He was young, like really, and just don't worry about whose side. You don't have to take anybody's side. Do you remember? Here, come over here, because Dad and I both gave our story like we're on the witness stand. So we're gonna ask you like you're on the witness stand. Remember when Dad there were bees in the deck box and he hurt his shoulder?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe what happened to him?
He swung, and then
He swung with his arm.
like this, like that. He said, oh.
No leading of the witness, Jimmy. See, he's leading. He's leading the witness. No, see, he's leading the witness. See, let's forget it. It's objection. You can't lead the witness like that. So, do you remember anything about the deck box?
Yeah, the gray box.
Yeah. What was your recollection of that?
What's that mean?
What do you remember about that?
I was walking near it, someone ran to pick him.
That there was a wasp nest in that
I was
box?
trying to get by it. I just ran in front, and he got me there. And I ran in the house.
What,
Like this.
was your dad ever holding the deck box?
No.
You never saw him pick
Because I
it?
just he's in the back corner, and all kind of he swung at it.
But how? Remember the deck box was like thrown over by the stairs?
I think I don't know.
You don't recall
Smells
that?
fine.
I know. You don't recall that?
I don't recall.
All right. You're excused from the witness stand. Yeah, you're done. Jimmy was already leading the witness. I don't know if you heard him. He was leading the witness, so that's not fair. Yeah. See him? Hi. It is a flying squirrel.